In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Small Biz Template. This is the most powerful template that comes with MetaDomainer. And I think once web designers really start to see what they can do with this template, they're going to be blown away by how quickly they can create one-page websites. And so it's really simple. So what I'm going to do, is just as an example, I'm going to type in smallbiztemplates.com as an example domain, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the Small Biz template right there, okay? And you can see that the rest of the stuff isn't filled out. I do want to add a company name, so I'm just going to add in Small Biz, which I have here. Then there's meta title, meta description, custom CSS, and a masthead image URL. I'll show you how to use that in just a second. But the next phase of this, well, let me just show you. I'm going to click on Publish, and let me go here and let me open this in a new window. And so you can see right here, I just have this kind of blank template, okay? It says Small Biz, and I have About, Services, and Contact. And these all jump. These are jump links. And then down here, I have the copyright notice, and I have the privacy and contact, but there's nothing in the middle, right? So what I do is I use a shortcode. And if you scroll all the way down, you're going to see the small business shortcode here. Now, if I click on Update, and I go back here, and I reload, you're going to see this entire page has been filled out automatically, okay? So this is example content. So if you just know what the tagline is, the about line is, and the services information is, plus the contact information here, you can automatically go in and just edit this text, and then the whole site is going to work. So I can go in here and just say Small Biz Templates, right? And I can change this subtext. Then this is the about information, so I can just say, you know, something like we've been selling templates for 20 years, which is almost true with me. And then about our services, you can just say we provide, you know, sales, design, and support, right? I'm just keeping this really simple. And then here's how to reach us. You change in the address information, the call information, and so forth. Then I'm going to click on Update. I'll go back here and I'll reload. And you can see that my headline has changed, and the About Us has changed, and the Services has changed. Now if I click on this, it'll jump around. See that? It just jumps around. Those are jump links. So this menu is completely editable. It's just in the WordPress appearance menu. So I go in here, WordPress menus, open this in a new tab here. And you're going to see that this is the Small Biz menu, About, Services, Contact. If I want to add a new link, I can. If I want to add a drop-down menu, I can, but it doesn't work that great yet, so just don't do that yet. But these are just jump links. And a jump link is simply a pound about, pound services, pound contact. And the way that works inside these templates is if I scroll down, you're going to see that this says meta section ID is equal to about, and that's what controls it. The ID equals about. And then this would be the ID equals contact, as you can see, and ID equals services. So if you want to add another section, you would just make that ID, but it will be whatever the jump link is going to be, if that makes sense. Now, for you well, actually, let me show you the masthead next. So the masthead image URL is actually a full URL to a particular image that you have uploaded. So I'm going to go to the media library, and I have two images here. I'll grab the cityscape image. I'm going to copy this link. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to paste it in here. I'll click on Update. And when I do that, it changes the background masthead here for that graphic. So you can imagine that if you're doing local marketing sites, you can just change the background image, right? And it will change in this location. So very cool, all fully responsive, just really simple to use and so forth. So the next thing to show you is by the way, you notice that this says ID masthead, so that's where that image is going to appear. So if this didn't say masthead, if it said something else, I'll click on Update, reload, that image is going to disappear because the CSS tags it back to masthead. Okay, so what I want to show you next is all these other shortcodes in here. So if you're a web designer, if you know what you're doing, we're using Bootstrap, so you can use any Bootstrap HTML in here. In fact, you can copy and paste directly from a Bootstrap template into text mode, and it will appear like a real Bootstrap site. But we have shortcodes. So let's just say that you wanted to add a single column section. It automatically adds in the Bootstrap containers, rows, and divs for your content. So if I go in here and just click on update now, you're going to see it has the actually, I'm sorry, I need to fix a little padding issue. The content will appear. I'm going to do a, let's just drop this down a little bit. I'll add some more text and you'll see it. One thing I wanted to do, there's the content. I wanted to add that. I wanted to fix that before this video, but one little edit I need to make to this template. But you can see the content is there. So you can add in different sections from here. There's a section single column. There's a section multiple columns. If you know what you're doing, you can add in the container div row. This is an advanced thing. We're going to add more pre-done templates for you. But if you're an advanced use designer, you're essentially using WordPress to be your own Bootstrap designer. So you can go in here and you can just add content and just type this stuff in, and it actually creates rows and classes that are designed for Bootstrap. So all that stuff, there's a split column up there, there's text there. So there's different things you can do. You should put them in a section. You know, I'll have more tutorials on this stuff later. But it's very cool what you can do with this as soon as you get the hang of it. But the best way to learn is just to start by dropping in the Small Biz template, and you can see how all of this works, and then you just change it to your liking. So that's an overview of the Small Biz template. Once again, we hope to have a lot more codes that you can just drop in and make quick little Bootstrap sites. In fact, that's a surprise, but I've got a designer working on a bunch of them, so I'll probably have 50 different sections that you can just drop in here in the near future. So hope this video was helpful.